For 12 long years, a woman suffered from constant bleeding. She spent all she had on doctors, seeking a cure, but her condition only grew worse. Mark 5 verses 25 to 26. According to Jewish law, she was considered unclean, Leviticus 15 verses 25 to 27, meaning she could not enter the temple, touch others, or even be touched. She lived in shame, isolation, and pain, watching her hopes fade with each passing year. One day, she heard about Jesus, the miracle worker who opened blind eyes, made the lame walk, and even raised the dead. Hope sparked in her heart. She had tried everything, but this time, she told herself, "If I just touch his clothes, I will be healed." Mark 5 verse 28. The secret behind her instant healing. The woman understood a powerful biblical mystery. In Numbers 15:38-40, God commanded the Israelites to wear tassels on their garments, known as tzitzit, to remind them of his commandments. The hem of Jesus' robe carried this sacred symbol, representing his authority and divine power. Malachi 4 verse 2 had also prophesied, "The Son of Righteousness shall rise with healing in his wings." The Hebrew word for wings also refers to the corners of a garment where the tzitzit were placed. She wasn't just touching Jesus' robe. She was reaching for the fulfillment of prophecy, the miraculous moment. Summoning all her strength, she pushed through the massive crowd. The streets were packed, but she didn't care. Every step was risky. If anyone recognized her, they could publicly shame her for being unclean. But she was desperate. Faith overpowered her fear. She reached out and touched the hem of his garment. Matthew 9 verse 20. Instantly, the bleeding stopped. The weakness in her body disappeared. She felt something surge through her veins, a divine power restoring her completely. Jesus immediately stopped. Though hundreds of people surrounded him, he turned and asked, "Who touched me?" Luke 8 verse 45. The disciples were puzzled. "Master, so many people are pressing against you. How can you ask that?" But Jesus knew this wasn't an ordinary touch. The woman trembled. She knew she was healed, but she also knew she had broken social and religious laws. Would Jesus be angry? Would he rebuke her in front of everyone? Instead, Jesus looked at her with love and compassion. "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." Mark 5 verse 34. She came for physical healing, but Jesus gave her something greater: acceptance, peace, and a restored identity. The lesson behind the story. Many people touched Jesus that day, but only one person touched him with faith. Her healing was instant because she understood who Jesus truly was, the fulfillment of prophecy, the source of divine power, and the one who carried healing in his wings. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter how broken you feel, one touch of faith can bring complete restoration. As Jesus said, "With God, all things are possible." Matthew 19 verse 26.